Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Let me shut my door. I always clap at the beginning. Why do I do that? It's just like the I'm not gonna clap. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, especially the question you challenge I just did. Everything I've been doing has been amazing. You guys have been showing so much love, and I'm always appreciative of that. Today we are doing a little Q&A so you guys can get to know me better. I feel like a lot of the people who really support me are people who already know me really well, but there are a few people that have been seriously showing a lot of love that I don't have a close relationship with, so I thought it would be fun and pretty cool for you guys to just know a little bit about who I am, what I like, you know, the whole shebang. Truth be told, I'm kind of crazy. So my full name is Dominique. You guys know my full name. It's Dominique Gordon. Okay, I'm 23 years old. I'm from Massillon, Ohio. Shout out to Massillon. Go Tigers, TIG. Somebody say ERS. Thank you. Massillon is a super small town, but we were all very close. I had so much fun in high school. I'm nothing like I was in high school, but high school was still really fun. So, you know, shout out to Massillon. I will say it's like kind of awkward for me to just like look in the camera and talk. Normally I'm not looking in the camera, I'm like doing something, so I feel kind of dumb right now, but here's to us getting more comfortable in front of the camera. I also want to tell you guys a little bit about my journey with Mac. I get so many questions just about how long I've been there. So I started with Mac my freshman year of college. Also, shout out to Kent State, go Flashes. I started my freshman year of college, and I just got brought in as a freelance first. But I only freelanced like one day, and then they asked me like, do you want to be hired? I'm like, yes, praise the Lord. It was like the sky opened up. Previously, I was working for Famous Hair, cutting hair, which I really love cutting hair, but I hated dyeing hair, and working at Famous Hair was just stressful for me. I like the people I work with, everybody was cool, but I did not like going to work every day. Like, I still dreaded it. Whereas when I first started with Mac, I used to be so geeked to get ready and put on my clothes and do my makeup. I was just like, yes, this is my life. So either way, I've been there. Actually, it's going on 4 years now. Yeah. Yes, going on 4 years, 2016. Wow. So, yeah, I worked in a hair salon. I also worked in a nail salon. I've kind of done a plethora of things. I still do a lot of hair on the side. I really don't do nails as much as I used to, besides giving myself and my friends a pedicure when they get on my nerves. But other than that, yeah, so that's just a little bit about me. So I'm gonna do 20 questions, okay? So I didn't want to do anything crazy because I don't want this video to be 40 minutes long, even though it will because I talk so much. But 20 questions, I'm gonna get right down to it. So first question, my birthday. My birthday is December 8th. I was born in 96. Like I said, I'm 23, and I am a Sagittarius, the best sign there ever was. Shout out to all the Sages. You know, we real. I feel like even if you did have a bad relationship with the Sagittarius, as far as like relationships go, or like, you know, you were dating one and then kind of screwed you over, the thing about Sagittarius is we get along with everybody. Everybody loves us. We're the chillest sign. Like, we can vibe, we can adapt in any situation. Everybody loves us. Shout out to all my Sages that I know and love. And yeah, even if things went away with y'all, the thing that attracted you to that person was because they were such a good person. You could vibe with them so easily, you know? So yeah, Sagittarius. The second question is, how tall are you? So a lot of people who have never met me in person, when they first meet me, they're like, what the hell? Because I am 5'10". I've always been a very tall girl, but I embraced it over the years. When I was younger, I really hated it because I was the tallest and then also the thickest in the room. When I was young, I was always built like a grown woman, which stress my mom out, to say the least. So I've always had a very dominant presence when I walk into a room, and at first I was intimidated by it, but now that I've gotten older and I have a lot more confidence, it's something that I really know about myself. So yes, I am 5'10". Furthest you've ever been from home and the favorite place you've been. So the furthest I've ever been from home is when I went to Brazil, which is in South America, obviously. I went there on a study abroad my senior year of college, and it was phenomenal. I would say that's my favorite place I've been, but I want to say another place that I really love in the States. But yes, I've never been out of the country before. That was my first time, so I had never been. It was my first time, and I freaking loved it. The people were amazing. It was beautiful. The food was not that great, I will say. It was a lot of beef, and everything was like a buffet everywhere you went. But either way, it was still an amazing experience. I had so much fun. The people I went with were so fun. And I got to go with my Kia, and me and my Kia are literally two peas in a pod. So we had the time of our lives, period. Favorite place I've been in the United States, and I haven't been all over the place, obviously, but I've been a lot of places, and I think my favorite place that I've been is definitely Miami. That sounds so head-ass probably, because every girl loves Miami, but like going to Miami, like no matter what time of year it is, like I went in January and then I went in July, so that's literally two total opposite times, and it's literally like the first day of summer, like when it's hot and you just want to let the top down and let the music play. Like the vibes in Miami are unmatched. I love it there. What is your favorite meal? That's very, very hard because I love food. Like, love food. Love food. But I would say, I'm just gonna say the first thing that pops into my head because it could be anything. I freaking love number one kitchen in Maslin, our Chinese restaurant, General Tso's, half white rice, half lo mein. Don't send it to me about liking my rice. I do, and don't care. Half white rice, half lo mein, and I used to freaking love their dumplings before I gave up pork. And their spring rolls with the shrimp in them, like that meal, unmatched. I'm gonna say one more because I really love food. I love, love, love breakfast food. Like I can eat breakfast food all day long. It don't matter the time of day, don't matter when. If I'm in the mood for pancakes, specifically chocolate chip pancakes, it's gonna go down in the kitchen, period. I love eggs, I just love breakfast food. So yes, favorite meals. Favorite type. Okay, so the question was, what's your favorite TV show? I hate when people try to like put you in a box and make you like pick one thing because it's not fair. So I will say my favorite types of TV shows are anything that has to do with like Black romance or just like Black people in general, because period. But I really do. I just enjoy seeing like Black people in love and Black people who are successful. I love, love, love Insecure. I love Girlfriends. I don't like Empire though. I don't really like reality TV shows like that. I like Real Housewives of Atlanta, but like Love and Hip Hop, just, it's not a side of Black people that I like to see. So I like to see good Black shows. And I love any type of drama. I love anything that has like a dramatic, drawn out plot. That's, as long as it's not like boring. I love The Handmaid's Tale. Like The Handmaid's Tale has slowly crept up to like top 3 favorite shows of all time. I love The Handmaid's Tale. I like some comedy shows, like I love The Office, but for me, it's really the dramas. That's where it's at. I have on here, what are your diet restrictions? So, my freshman year of college, I took a course with this teacher. His name is Larry Turkle. Shout out to Larry. If you have ever taken comparative religion, you know that he is the GOAT. And I'm sorry, my allergies are really getting me. But he told us about how he was in India studying yoga and meditation. And he said the flies were like swarming around him. Like he said that it was so bad. He was like asking everybody, like, why aren't you guys bothered by the flies? Like the flies. And the people there said that the flies were swarming around him because he ate meat. He was a meat eater. And the flies knew that there was like basically rotting flesh in his body. So from that day forward, I stopped eating pork and beef. And mainly those two because they're the most dense of all the meats. and they take longer to digest in your body. So you can carry that weight around a lot longer than you would something else. So mainly I pretty much eat everything besides pork and beef. Anything chicken, fish, I'll do. I want to cut it out eventually, but I definitely want to travel more and experience other cultures' foods before I totally cut out meat. But there is so many things I'm reading in The Sacred Woman that say, you know, a raw vegan diet is the best way to go, especially for women with fertility issues. Not that I'm a woman with fertility issues, but it just says a lot about what we put in our bodies and what it means. So yeah. Am I an extrovert or an introvert? I would say that I am an introverted extrovert. That's the best way to say it. I think if I said it the opposite, it would seem like I was an introvert that's sometimes an extrovert, but I'm an extrovert most of the time. I love meeting people. I love hearing about where people are from, just the experiences that they've had. I love making new friends. I do. My friends hate that I love making new friends, but it's okay. It's okay. I help them get acclimated with more people, which is a blessing too. But at the same time, I really do enjoy my solace. I enjoy being by myself and having time to really reflect on who I am and learn more about myself. So introverted, extrovert, period. Okay, favorite alcoholic drink. So my favorite beverage to order when I go out is a Long Island. But anyone who loves Long Islands knows that they're hit or miss. So I'm either going to be thoroughly happy or annoyed because you don't know how to make a good Long Island. But I really do love Long Islands. I like Moscow Mules too. Those are really good, but I have to be in a mood for it. But when I am in a mood for it, hits every time. And most people can't really mess up a Moscow Mule, so it's a good drink to order. My favorite liquor on the other hand, so my favorite liquor has been Crown Apple for so long. I will say in the past couple years, I've definitely developed a love for Douce. I think Douce is just like one of the smoothest liquors. I have never been a fan of Hennessy, and all the black people, you can take your anger out in the comment section. I don't care. Hennessy is foul, and y'all know it. And I feel like anybody who's like, Hennessy is so good, Hennessy is this, you just like how it makes you feel. You don't like it. You know it tastes like dirt going down. Actually, it don't even taste like dirt. It tastes like cigarette ashes going down. No. How many pillows do you sleep with? So, as y'all can see, I have a plethora of pillows on my bed. I took this little one because I wanted to prop my notebook up so my bed isn't even made cute anymore, but I don't care. I have a lot of pillows on my bed, but I only sleep with 2. So I almost always sleep with, there's a little peach one on the other side. I really like that pillow, but sometimes I'll just do like this, a black one and a white one, or do my satin one. It just depends. I just need 2 pillows. I hate when I go to somebody's house or I stay at someone's house and they don't have 2 pillows for me. It's like in the back of my head, I'm like, I should have just stayed home. They don't even got enough pillows. So yes, that's how many I sleep with. Have you ever been on the news? So I've been on the news twice. If you went to Massillon, you know about Success Club. I was heavily involved in the Success Club. It was like a black student organization. Yes. I was a president of that for a while, and we had like a Black History, I want to say it was a talent show or like a showcase or something. And we were interviewed by the news for that. So I was on there for that. And then I was on there again when I won Homecoming Queen. So yeah, that was fun. Homecoming Queen is like huge in Massillon because we're such a big football town. And that was so much fun. Plus I was up there with like all my friends. I was up there with Madison and Taylor. Shout out to Mackenzie and Jordan. Fun fact, Jordan was the first person to let me do her makeup. Beginning of a whole journey for me. Shout out to Jordan. So yeah, twice on the news. Qualities that I look for in a partner. So this just jumped from like something light to something heavy. Qualities I look for in a partner. I feel like everybody says like the basic ones like hygiene and you know has to have some style, whatever. I feel like the main thing that I hate my kids so much. You want to say hi? Huh? You want to say hi? You see my naked ass? Maybe not. So, qualities that I look for in a partner. Obviously, all those things, hygiene is super important to me. But I really, really love someone who is intelligent. I love someone who is like almost smarter than me, which I take that with a grain of salt, because I say that with a grain of salt because I think I know everything. It's the sage in me. But I'm not bad at admitting when I'm wrong. It might take a little bit to come out of me, but if I'm wrong, I will say it. But I love someone who is smarter than me, that makes me want to like learn more about myself, makes me want to learn more about who I am and just about the world in general. I love someone who is very intelligent and is a good conversationalist. So that's definitely at the top of my list. What else do I love in a person? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I feel like they have to be God-fearing, number one. I'm mainly just looking for the person that God sends me, so until I feel like it's that person, till I pray on it and God confirms, then I am on the market. Favorite candle scent. Okay, so favorite candle scent. We're talking Bath and Body Works candles. Ooh. Got a little itch there. We're talking Bath and Body Works candles. My favorite scent ever is lavender vanilla. Lavender vanilla is the perfect mix of like fresh but warm. It's like the perfect bedroom scent. I love it. But I will say, over the candle sale last year, I got hip to mahogany coconut. Fire. And there's another one. Oh, I don't know where it went there. So mahogany coconut, fire. And there's one that is like a limited candle, which I'm so sorry about, but I hope they bring it back. It's Into the Night by Bath and Body Works. Amazing. I'm talking about fills up the whole room in like 20 minutes. Those are my top 3 picks, okay? Lavender vanilla, mahogany coconut, and that Into the Night. Game changers, I'm telling you. And they're all ones that are like couple friendly too. Like, they're not too girly. I really like something that's like a good warm scent but also sweet. So good picks for guys or girls, honestly. Okay, so Deja put this in here. For those of you who don't know who Deja is, obviously Deja has been my best friend literally since junior year of high school. Freaking love her. It's literally like my sister at this point. I feel like I'm her diary. She's my diary sometimes. It's just those friends that you know you'll have for life. Like, I know she'll be in my wedding. I love you. My favorite memory with Deja. This is really hard. So when I was recording this, I couldn't think of anything significant, so I said something very vague. But as I am editing this video, I can recall a time on New Year's Eve going into 2016, Paul had this huge party at his house in Columbus, and me and Deja were drunk, and our Uber driver was going to leave us. So I take off running up the hill to go get Deja from out of the house because she would not come out. And I fall flat on my face in front of everybody. So thank you for that. There was also the time that our Uber driver dropped us off in the middle of a trailer park, and Deja cursed him out. And also the time where Deja threw up in the club and nobody noticed, so we just kept partying like nothing ever happened. So yeah, there's just a couple of memories out of a plethora of many. She might kill me for even saying those. So yeah. Okay, so this says, what cosmetics brand do you use the most? So obviously, having worked for MAC for so long, I actually use MAC the most, duh. But I would say before I started working for MAC, I used a lot of Morphe stuff. I had like this huge haul my freshman year of college where I bought all this Morphe stuff because I was like, I'm gonna take this completely serious. I'm doing it. Actually, it was my senior year of high school, yeah. And so that's the brand that I had the most of before, but I also was like heavy into Juvia's Place then too. And it's crazy to see like how those couple palettes that they had on there, like I think I bought the Masquerade and I had like the first Juvia's palette. I mean the first Nubian palette. It's crazy how like their brand has grown, and I feel like I scroll through Instagram and I see it so much. It's insane. But yes, so those are the ones I use the most. When did I start doing makeup? So fun fact, I used to be a crazy choir geek. Like I loved choir, I loved singing. Shout out to all my choir fam. Like, I keep up with them still on Instagram. I love y'all. That was like probably the most fun that I had in high school, for real. Outside of cosmetology school, like choir, that was my life, period. And I used to be in a show choir where we would travel to different places and sing and dance and perform. And you didn't have to wear makeup, but like everybody was wearing makeup. Like when we would go on stage, like you want to put something on. It was like you wanted to, you know, have a show face. So I started doing it then. And then at the time I was doing nails really heavily, and it kind of just grew from there. Like, plus I was in cosmetology, so I had influence there. And it was like one thing that I tried, and then people were like Jordan, like I said, would be like, can you do my makeup? Like, you're so good at it. So it had kind of spiraled into this thing. And when I really like something, I like dive all the way in. It's not like dipping my toe in the water. I'm like, I'm doing it. So I did it, and I have not looked back since. I've fell off with a lot of other things that I've done. I used to draw and obviously do nails and hair and everything, but this has stuck, so we're there. My favorite singer, or my favorite artist. So my favorite artist of all time, like favorite singer of all time, is Anita Baker. Anita Baker is a living legend, like literally. Like Anita Baker's range, and Anita Baker is one of Beyonce's inspirations, and she's like my second favorite artist of all time. So yes, Anita Baker, that's my girl. Love her. When I used to sing heavily, I used to practice her songs because her range is like impeccable. She would drop down and go right back up in like split seconds. So I love Anita Baker, but I love so much music. I would say my favorite genre is probably neo soul. I love like Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, Erykah Badu. Like, I just love that whole genre of music. Like, that's my vibe 90% of the time. I'm not even really into 90s R&B like that. I'm more into like that neo soul, like, yes, you know what love is, what, yeah, love that. Okay, I have biggest non-makeup inspiration, and Justin gave me this question. Shout out to Justin, I love you dearly. My biggest non-makeup inspiration, this was really hard for me because in my head in the beginning, I'm like, I'm gonna do a celebrity because, you know, like, who's your inspiration? Like, that's what people say. But my biggest non-makeup inspiration, I couldn't even think of any celebrities because the person I just kept coming back to is my mother. My mom is such an amazing woman. She's a wonderful mother. I feel like she raised us all to be very strong, independent people. I feel like the characteristics that I love about myself and about like who I am, I got from her. So my mom is definitely my biggest inspiration. Put herself through school with 3 kids, and times were definitely not always like the best, but we never knew anything. I honestly didn't know the depth of like how my mom pulled everything off until I was an adult. So I feel like that says a lot about how you're raised. And second would be my grandfather. My grandfather is like loved and adored by like everyone in Maryland. But he just has such a big heart. He's so giving. And even though he isn't the richest man, like if he has the means to help you or help you get ahead, he will. Especially like for young Black people, he will do everything he can to make sure that you see everything you want to the end. So those 2 people for sure, definitely biggest inspirations. I just hope that I have the impact that they've had on other people, on people. So yes. What is your love language? Okay, so my love language is, it's a couple things combined. But the biggest 2 are quality time and physical touch. I am extremely affectionate. I won't say I'm like annoying, like but I definitely love to be like hugged. I love to be kissed. I love to be like held. That's like that makes me know that you love me, for sure. And quality time, I feel like the biggest problem I've ran into with like relationships is just like, I'm a very busy person, and if I make time for you, that is big for me. I feel like I'm devoting a part of my life to you, and I feel like if you can't reciprocate the energy, then it's never gonna work. I feel like quality time is huge for me. Like, we don't even have to be doing anything extravagant, just like chilling in the house, watching a movie, or going and just ordering food in. Like, that type of stuff is what makes me super happy. Third, I would say, is probably words of affirmation. It's not huge for me. I feel like if you're doing the other two things, it's not like I will harp over that, but I feel like if something's missing, that has to be the next thing. So communication is huge for me. I feel like if we have any type of disagreements or there's things I don't agree with, if your communication is good, we'll be okay. So that's my love language. Love a language. I can't talk, but it's fun. What do you love and dislike about yourself? I was gonna put love and hate about yourself, but there's nothing about myself that I hate. I've done a lot of soul searching and a lot of self-love on myself that I would never be like, I hate this. But I'll pick two things that I love, two things that I hate. I had to like look at myself. If we're talking about physical, I'll pick, that's what I'll do. One physical attribute, one other thing. I can do two things. I love my lips. I don't know, my lips are like, I feel like when I feel the most sexy about, I guess. I don't know, I just really like my lips. And I love my body. Like, I struggled a long time with like my weight and feeling confident, but I feel like I've gotten to a place, not even just like weight wise, because I've also gained some pounds, but I feel like I just love the body that I have. I love the shape that I have, and I feel like the more you say that, the more you actually feel that. So there's that. Another thing I love about myself is I love my ability to adapt in any situation. I feel like I can really fit in anywhere, and I love that. I feel like I can turn my personality on and off. I feel like I'm a shapeshifter sometimes, because on the outside looking in certain situations, you would never know who I really am. But onto things that I hate. I've always kind of hated my nose. Not enough for me to ever, I won't even say hate. I don't like my nose. I don't think I would ever like get it altered or like do anything to it, but I just really don't like my nose. And I do not like my little stubby freaking fingers. So I need to get my nails back on, period. But another thing I don't like about myself is that I am a horrible decision maker. It takes me forever to make a decision on anything. I hate it, and everyone around me hates it too, because I'm so indecisive. So things that I like and don't like in a nutshell. Okay, 3 things that I can't leave the house without. I feel like nobody can leave their house without their phone. I also can't leave my house without my phone because I'm terrible at directions. Like, I will have to go on there at least 10 times before I know it for sure. Like, I'll always be like, maybe I'll just put in my GPS just to be sure. I'm terrible with directions. So, yes, my phone. Lip conditioner. I have to have something for my lips at all times, because most of the time, because I'm freaking dehydrated. I need to drink more water. I try to drink a lot of water, but I feel like no matter what I do, I'm dehydrated, and I have to have something on my lips or else they will be bone dry, and I can't do it. Cannot. And I would say the third thing, lip conditioner, my phone, oh, and earrings. Earrings, that's what it is. Cannot leave the house without your earrings on. I don't know why, but when I don't go, like, even if it's just a stud, if I don't have any earrings on, you might as well slap a hat on me and call me Bob, because I feel like a straight man. I gotta have some earrings on at all times. Okay, do you have any regrets? I don't. I wouldn't say that I have any regrets on anything, because I feel like God has set things up in my life to play out the way they're supposed to. Like, God knows the plan He has for my life well beyond what I think I know, or well beyond what I try to plan for myself. It's already set in stone and in motion. But I do wish sometimes that I was a little more vocal about I would just say like the first semester that I had in college, I was going through a lot. And it's not even like it was anything major. I think it was just a huge transition in my life. And I went from, high school being like such an open, energetic person, having a lot of friends, to kind of like being like a pea in a pod. And I didn't go to Capita freshman year for Kent, so I felt like when I got there, everybody knew each other. And I feel like I just had Ashley, which I came in with, which I love Ashley. And I'm so happy that I came in with her because we went through a lot of stuff together and we were kind of like each other's rock for that. But I feel like I would have spoke to someone sooner so I could have felt better, because I felt like it definitely took a toll on my academics. And just took a toll on like my mood. But I feel like at the same time, I can speak to that now to other people who are going through things. So like I said, everything happens the way it's supposed to, but I do wish that I would have spoke up sooner about that. So if you're going through something, talk to somebody, talk to me if you want to. But it's just good to get that out in the universe so you can deal with it and not, you know, have to keep dealing with it alone. So yeah, only regret. Your favorite quote that inspires you. So I got this poster my freshman year of college and I freaking love it. It says, thousands of candles can be, I'm sorry, I can't like read this way. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases from being shared. And I have literally kept my room the same colors for 4 years, because I love that poster so much. Like, I feel like just a daily reminder that like, no matter what you're going through, spread happiness, because you spreading happiness to one person, you don't know what they're going through, can spark something in them that makes them want to keep passing along until people around you, everyone around you, or everyone you come in contact with has a better day, versus being mean and nasty to somebody and they carry that with them and that ripples. So I just, yeah, I love that. I feel like it's what I want to base my life on to an extent. And I feel like that's something everybody should know. So I love that quote. Okay, so this is the last thing. It says, describe yourself with 3 words. So I would say I am creative. 1, I feel like I'm a very creative person. 2, strong, creative, strong. And 3, I would say it's hard. It's like hard to encapsulate yourself in one thing, but creative, strong, and I want to say selfless, but I feel like that's not really the word for it. Creative, strong, and selfless. I'm just gonna put it in there because I feel like that's the closest I'll get to the word without making this video an hour long. So I feel like I say selfless for the last one just because I feel like I have a really big heart. I feel like I really try to see the best in everybody, and I really try to give a lot of myself to people. Sometimes when I don't have as much to give, but I still keep trying anyway. But yeah, I feel like that's how I would describe myself. Anyone who knows me really well, feel free to say in the comments what you think 3 words describes me as. But I feel like to keep everything there, those are the 3 I would use. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you know a little bit more about who I am now. This was actually very, very fun. I'm trying to get my kid to do a best friend tag with me, but she's being really stubborn, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys will hear from me soon. Who knows at this point. But I'm having a ton of fun doing this, and I'm really happy that I started this YouTube channel. This has been the best outlet during quarantine. I just want you guys to know. As always, I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. The world's gonna open up back soon, and I know we're all a little nervous about it, but God is always with us. Make sure that you are saying your prayers, and if you aren't religious, I would say make sure that you are practicing your self-care, or just doing something that makes you feel good. And if you want to be closer to God, you can reach out to me. I can help you. Whatever you want to do. I just felt like sharing that word today. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm done talking now. Goodbye.